Experience in life on a daily basis, to me, is about romanticizing the little things as much as you romanticize the big things. I look forward to my daily coffee as much as I look forward to my bi-weekly paychecks. I look forward to the days where my skin is healthy as much as I look forward to moving out of my parents' house. I look forward to being able to have hair dye on my hands and have my hands stained green afterwards, just as much as I look forward to my next lover, to my next soulmate. I think there is something special about treating life's wins as equally important and valuable. Being grateful that I can walk on two legs just as much as I am grateful to be loved in this life and the next. Learning to treasure all of the good in your life is an incredible resource in maintaining a sense of peace and person. Understanding who you are and being grateful for even the smallest parts of you. Surrendering to being grateful, regardless of success. Today I want to talk about success, and in doing so, showing an example of success. To me, being able to have hair dye and dye my hair a color that I want is a form of success. So watch me complete a success while we talk about it today. I want to talk about success and how vague the term is. You probably know it as to meet a certain threshold of money, fame, companionship, etc. I think that is a decent way to look at it, contrary to popular belief. To me, success is obtaining your wants and desires in the same lifetime you would want or desire it. To succeed, then, you have goals that need, quote-unquote, to be met. In order to succeed, therefore, you have to understand who you are, what you want, and how to get it. Part A, Part B, and Part C of that are all equally important for success. You may know what you want in this life, down to the smallest detail, but if you don't know how to get it, to reach the desire and firmly, securely grasp it in your hand, you may struggle through the trial and error process. I should remark that the trial and error process does and can work, but there's this almost promise of frustration within going after what you want without knowing what you're doing. Same thing goes for not knowing what you want and still going after something. There will be this almost promise of frustration, but in this case, it would be feeling unfulfilled in your soul. Not knowing where you're going or what you're doing, just knowing that you need, quote unquote, to do. If you are in a privileged enough position to learn who you are, what you want, and how to obtain something you want, the hard work of research, shadow work, and soul work before you start the trial at attempting to obtain the desire will heavily impact the lack, or at the very least, lesser of amount of error. Learning what you want, learning who you are, then learning how to get it. To me, that is success. I know who I am, and while part of that is knowing that I will never truly know all of the facets of me because I am mind, body, and soul, I know that my body likes green hair, I know that my mind likes green hair, and I know my soul thrives off of the expression of green hair and what it means to me to be able to have the control over my body, the expression of my soul, and the peaceful self-care of the mind. See, part of the reason why I like dyeing my hair, as I've mentioned before in a previous video, is being able to have a moment to yourself where you have a simple task, a task that I have done hundreds of thousands of times before, as dyeing my hair has kind of been a ceremony of mine for all of my life, as far as I can remember back at least. Being able to have however long it takes to just think about who I am, what I want, and how to obtain it. In this case, who I am is somebody who has fun color hair. Maybe not neon, but definitely stand out. Because I stand out. That's who I am. What I want Well, I want green hair. That one's pretty obvious. And how to obtain it can be obvious too. Being able to have access to hair dye is a privilege, and I understand that. Being able to have enough money to spend on hair dye and still be able to have food on the table is a privilege, and I understand that. And in doing so, I can romanticize all the parts of this. Even being finished with the hair dye and seeing it on my forehead and knowing that that might stain, even if there's a little layer of makeup in between us. Knowing that's part of the process, because the process was the green hair and what it means to my mind, body, and soul. It's who I am. It's what I wanted. I did the research of years of training and watching YouTube videos on how to dye my hair when I was a kid. Spent, like I said, hundreds of thousands of time doing this, hence why I can do it in like 5 minutes now. So Lord knows I've researched on how to obtain it. And I have my hands to show for it. Hope you have a good day. Hope this helped. Remember, you are successful no matter what. And peace out. Bah! Oh wait, bah!